In this video, we're sharing our tips for exploring a different side of Bali. Far away from the crowds, the traffic and the busy touristy hotspots. This one's all about finding those quiet, peaceful places where you can connect with nature, experience local culture and truly slow down. We've been travelling between Lombok and Bali for a while now, usually for official errands, and to be honest, we used to think Bali was just too touristy. Once we started exploring by car and taking the back roads, we discovered a whole other side of Bali. One filled with lush rice fields, hidden waterfalls where we were the only ones there, and cosy little cafes with views we'll never forget. In this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know. Where to stay, amazing accommodations we found, the waterfalls and nature spots you shouldn't miss, local restaurants and cafes worth the drive, and how far each place is from the main areas. All from our own experience and from a local perspective. And just a quick reminder, when you're visiting Indonesia, please always keep it clean. Respect nature and always be kind to the local people. They're some of the friendliest and most welcoming you'll ever meet. So whether you're flying into Bali or driving over like we did, we drove over on the boat from Lombok because we love having our own vehicle because it gives us the freedom to go wherever we want, whenever we want. The journey from Lombok to Bali does take a while. It took us about 2 hours to drive to the harbour, 4 hours on the boat, and then another 2 hours once we arrived in Bali to reach our destination. We also sometimes fly to Denpasar, which is a great airport for both domestic and international flights. If you're flying in, you can download an app like Grab or Gojek to get a quick taxi straight from the airport. Or, if you prefer more independence, you can rent a car or a bike. There are rental shops at the airport itself. Just make sure to check the car thoroughly before you drive off. It's always a good idea to take a video of any existing scratches or damages and be aware that not all rental companies have insurance. One of our absolute favourite places on this trip was TEMBUKU, which is around 1 hour's drive from the airport. We stayed at a place called the Local and Tiken, and it ended up being one of our favourite accommodations. It was incredibly peaceful, surrounded by nature, with clean, modern rooms, and the staff were super friendly and hospitable. They even brought us fresh fruits and vegetables when we arrived. Such a lovely touch. The best part, it's only a 5-minute drive from many amazing, lesser-known waterfalls. Like TOYO BULAN waterfall. Plus a bunch more nearby waiting to be explored. We spent a few days here just driving around and discovering new spectacular waterfalls in the area. The walk to the waterfalls is easy and takes only about 10 minutes. When you arrive, you'll find not just one, but several waterfalls surrounded by lush jungle. We had the place to ourselves and got to completely soak in the experience. We also visited Goa Raja Waterfall with a stunning tall waterfall, which features a natural pool perfect for swimming. It was just a 5-minute drive from the local antikan, which was super convenient since there are several restaurants there where you can try some delicious local food. There are also a few great cafes nearby if you need your coffee fix. We really love DIJUMA Cafe, a cute and artistic little spot in town. Here they do tasty food, drinks, coffee, and can even deliver to your accommodation. We also loved KEDAI Kami. This place has an amazing view and a really relaxed vibe to enjoy your morning coffee with a pastry. Next on our list is JATI LUWIH, about an hour and a half from the airport, and honestly, this place felt like stepping into a postcard. The views are absolutely breathtaking. Endless rice terraces, winding rivers, and the mountains in the distance. It's one of the most peaceful and picturesque places we've ever visited. We stayed at KEUMA Villa and Resto. They also have a lovely cafe on site with great food and coffee. So even if you're not staying there, it's worth a visit just to soak in the view. JATI LUWIH rice terraces are a must-see. They're a UNESCO World Heritage Site for a reason. If you can, go early in the morning for a walk and catch the sunrise. It's cooler and quieter that time of day. If you're looking to escape the busy parts of Bali and enjoy the peaceful rice fields and fresh mountain air, we highly recommend adding JATI LUWIH to your itinerary. One spot we recommend is BATU KOPI, which has an unbelievable view overlooking the rice fields, a great stop for a coffee break with a view. We also visited LEKE waterfall, which was beautiful, though the walk was a bit long and hot for us, especially with a little baby. It was also a bit more crowded than some of the other waterfalls we've been to, but still very much worth the visit. Next on our list is SIDEMEN, a serene, picturesque village tucked away in the heart of Karangasem. This place blew us away. It feels untouched, peaceful, and full of hidden gems just waiting to be explored. We spent 2 incredible nights here, completely immersed in the beauty of this quiet corner of Bali. We stayed at MAHAGIRI Panoramic Restaurant, which, as the name suggests, offers a stunning panoramic view of Mount Agung and endless rice terraces. One of the highlights of our time in SIDEMEN was visiting GEMBLENG waterfall. It's a true hidden gem, nestled in the lush tropical forest. Entry is by donation, which we loved. It's a great way to support local community while enjoying this natural beauty. There is a bit of a climb involved with some stairs on the way up, but it's not too difficult, and honestly the journey is part of the adventure. The waterfall has multiple levels with natural pools formed along the way, each one surrounded by vibrant greenery and insane views. Pictures just do not do it justice. Right above the cascades, there's a cozy little cafe where we stopped for a drink. The views from there were surreal, just sitting above the waterfall, looking out at the jungle and rice fields. If you're looking for a peaceful, authentic escape with incredible views, kind locals and natural wonders all around, we definitely recommend visiting SIDEMEN and GEMBLENG waterfall. This is KINTAMANI, a beautiful mountain village that feels completely different from anywhere else in Bali. Up here, the air is cooler, the landscape is dramatic, and the views are just incredible. From KINTAMANI, you can see Gunung Batur and Gunung Agung, as well as Lake Batu. One place we loved was Black Lava Camp. It's a glamping spot with a panoramic view of both volcanoes, a really nice restaurant and even a pool overlooking the mountains. It's a great place to stay or just stop for lunch and soak in the atmosphere. And being this close to active volcanoes is such a unique experience. It really gives you a whole new appreciation for the island's natural beauty and power. This is a great spot if you're planning to hike Mount Batu, which many people do at sunrise. But even if you're not into hiking, KINTAMANI is well worth the visit, just for the scenery alone. You can also relax in natural hot springs, visit local coffee farms, and stop by some lovely cafes with epic views of the mountains, like a LAGO. This Western-style cafe and restaurant, located on the main road, serves great coffee and overlooks the impressive volcanoes in the distance. If you want to visit some beautiful white sand beaches, we recommend visiting South Lombok. It's just a 30-minute flight away from Bali. Watch out other videos all about Lombok on our channel. If you have any questions about the places we visited, drop them in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more travel inspiration around Indonesia.